Hi guys, good day. It's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is we're going to find the missing factor in each of the following polynomials. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So we have given x cubed minus 8 equals x minus 2, and we are told to find the next factor. So once again, to find the factor, just simply divide this given x cubed minus 8 by this divisor. So this x minus 2 on the right side of this equal sign, this x plus 4, x minus 3, x minus 2, and so on, this will be the divisor. And on the left side of this equal sign, this will be our dividend. So it's just like dividing polynomials, class. So to find the factor easily is we just need to use the synthetic division. Alright, so let's start with number 1. So x minus 2, of course you need to get the value of x by equating your divisor into 0. So this will be x minus 2 equals 0. So to find the value of x, simply transpose this negative 2 from left to right. And once you transfer from this equal sign, you change the sign. This is negative, it will be positive 2. Alright, so our x is positive 2. Now we will be using this dividend, x cubed minus 8. So x cubed minus 8. So you will write down the numerical coefficients. So once again, class, it's just like using the synthetic division. Do you still remember the synthetic division? So for x cubed minus 8, of course, the numerical coefficient before x cubed is 1. So we have 1. Once again, we are using x for 2. So 2 here, put a little corner. And then 1. So we don't have x squared. So once again, we can write x cubed plus 0x squared plus x, then minus 8. Since we don't have x squared and x, so we will just write 0 for the numerical coefficient. So you can write plus 0x plus 0x squared plus 0x minus 8. So we don't have x squared and x, so we will be write 0 for our this dividend, x cubed minus 8. Then again 0, then negative 8. So in synthetic division, class, if you still remember, just bring down 1. So bring down 1, then you multiply. 2 times 1 is 2. Then you add. Once again, bring down 1, then multiply 2 times 1 is 2. Then add. 0 plus 2, that is 2. Then you multiply 2 times 2 is 4. Then you add 0 plus 4 is 4. Then you multiply 2 times 4, that's 8. Then you add negative 8 plus 8, that would be 0. So this will be our factor now. So to write this one, once again, you have x cubed. So x, the leading coefficient, okay, we have x cubed. So therefore, our answer will be x squared. Why is that, sir? Because x cubed divided by x, once again, x cubed divided by x, that would be x squared. Or just remember this one, class, the last number will be constant, then next will be x, then next will be x squared. So we have 1x squared for our answer plus 2x plus 4. Or just remember this one, if this is x cubed for the given dividend, so our answer will be x squared. Because x cubed divided by x, that would be x squared. So our answer will be 1x squared, or you can just erase 1. So our answer will be x squared plus 2x plus 4. So this will be our answer for number 1, x squared plus 2x plus 4. Alright, easy, right, for number 1. So let's try number 2. So once again, first thing to do, class, is you get the value of x from this divisor. So we have x plus 4 equals 0. So just equate this one into 0. X plus 4 equals 0. And our x will be transpose 4 from left to right. This is positive. It will be negative 4. Alright, so x equals negative 4. Let me just write it here. X equals negative 4. So once you get negative 4, just draw a little corner here. Then write negative 4. Then you write down the numerical coefficients of this given dividend. So we have x cubed, x squared, x, then 20. So it's already been arranged. So for x cubed, we have 2. For x squared, we have 1. Understood that there's 1 here, positive 1. For x is negative 23. And for the constant is 20. Alright, and then You put a line, horizontal line, you bring down 2. So bring down 2. Then you multiply 2 times negative 4. That's negative 8. Then you add 1 plus negative 8. That's negative 7. Then you multiply negative 7 times negative 4. Negative 7 times negative 4. That's positive 28. Once again, class, negative times negative, that is positive 28. Then you combine negative 23 plus 28. If the signs are not the same, you subtract, then copy the sign of the larger number. So 28 minus 23, that's 5. Now 28 is greater than 23, so we have positive 5. Then you multiply negative 4 times 5, that's negative 20. Then you combine 20 plus negative 20. If the signs are not the same, you subtract. So 20 minus 20, this will be 0. So therefore, we don't have the remainder. So this will be our answer now, since we have x cubed. So x cubed divided by x, that would be x squared. So our answer will be 2x squared. This is x squared, and this is x, negative 7x plus 5. That's it, class. That's the answer for number 2. So easy, right? 2x squared minus 7x plus 5. Alright, let's try number 3. So once again, first thing to do, you get the value of x from this given dividend. So we have x minus 3 equals 0. Just equate your divisor, class, into 0. So x minus 3 equals 0. Transpose or transfer 3 from left to right. And then do not forget to change the sign. Once you transfer from this equal sign, you always change the sign. This is negative, it will be positive 3. Alright, so we will be using 3. You put a little corner. Then you write down the numerical coefficient of x cubed, x squared, x, and number. So we have, for x cubed, we have 3. Then for x squared, we have 2. For x, we have negative 37. Then for the constant, we have 12. You put a horizontal line. Then you bring down 3. So bring down 3. Then you multiply. 3 times 3 is 9. Then you add 2 plus 9 is 11. So add. And then you multiply. 3 times 11, that is 33. Negative 37 plus 33. If the signs are not the same, you subtract. So 37 minus 33, that's 4. 37 minus 33, that's 4. You subtract, then copy the sign of the larger number. Since 37 is greater than 33, we copy negative sign. Then you multiply 3 times negative 4, that's negative 12. You subtract 12 plus negative 12, that is 0. So this will be our answer. So our answer for the leading term is x cubed divided by x. This will be x squared. So this will be 3x squared plus 11x minus 4. So 3x squared plus 11x minus 4. So that's the answer for number 3, class. Alright, easy, right? So just use synthetic division, class. So let's try number 4. So once again, you equate your divisor into 0. So this will be x minus 2 equals 0. So to get the value of x, you transfer or transpose negative 2 from left to right. So this will be positive 2. So we will be using positive 2. Then we write down the numerical coefficient of this given dividend. So we have, for x cubed is 1. For x squared is negative 2. For x is negative 1. For the constant is 2. So once again, you bring down 1. Then you multiply. 2 times 1 is 2. Then subtract negative 2 plus. Okay, negative 2 plus 2. That would be 0. Then you multiply. 2 times 0 is 0. Then you add. This will be negative 1 plus 0, that's negative 1. Then you multiply 2 times negative 1, that's negative 2. You combine 2 plus negative 2, that is 0. So this will be our answer. Once again, we have x cubed. So our answer here will be x squared. Because x cubed divided by x, that would be x squared. So this will be 1x squared Then we don't have value of x, so plus, or you can write plus 0x, then minus 1. Since this is 0x, you can just eliminate this one. We can just eliminate this one, class. Because 0 times x is 0x, or 0 times x, that is 0, or you can just eliminate this one. So you can remove 1, class. Understood that there's 1 here. So our answer will be x squared minus 1. So that would be our final answer. X squared minus 1. So x squared minus 1. So if the teacher will ask you to factor this out, you can also factor this out, class, by x plus 1 and x minus 1. This is just the same, class. X plus 1 and x minus 1 is just the same with x squared minus 1. If you use the FOIL method, you will get this answer. But since we are not told to factor this out, so this will be our answer. X squared minus 1. Alright, so that's the answer for number 4. Let's try number 5, class. Then you try number 6, class, and you put your answer in the comment section down below with regards to number 6. Let me check if you really understand our topic. So let's try number 5. You find the factor of this given dividend and given divisor. So you try to find this factor. So once again, you equate this one into 0. This will be 2x minus 1 equals 0. So to get the value of x, you transpose this negative 1 from left to right. So this will be 2x equals, this is negative, it will be positive 1. So divide both sides by 2 to get the value of x. So x equals 1/2. So therefore x equals 1/2. So we will be using 1/2. And the numerical coefficient, we have 2 for x cubed. So we have 2. Then negative 1 for x squared, negative 1, and then negative 2 again for x, then positive 1. So first thing to do, you bring down 2, then you multiply 1/2 times 2. So 1/2 times 2, so let me write it here, 1/2 times 2. So this will be, you can actually cancel this out, class, because 2 divided by 2 is 1, or let's just multiply, class. 1 times 2 is 2. Understood that there's 1 here in a whole number. So in a whole number, you can write denominator of 1. That's the same, class. 2 over 1 is just the same with 2. So 2 times 1 is 2. Once again, you multiply the numerator. 1 times 2 is 2. Multiply the denominator. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 divided by 2, that is 1. Alright, so 1/2 times 2, that is 1. And then you combine negative 1 plus 1, that is 0. Then you multiply 1/2 times 0, that is 0. Then negative 2 plus, once again, you add this 1. So negative 2 plus 0, that is negative 2. Then you multiply. So 1/2 times negative 2, 1/2 times negative 2. So understood that there's 1 here. 1 times negative 2, that's negative 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Negative 2 divided by 2, that is negative 1. So this is negative 1. Negative 1 plus, positive 1 plus negative 1, that is 0. So this will be our answer now. So we have, so once again, we have x cubed, then x cubed divided by x, that would be x squared. So our answer will be 2x squared. Since this is 0, we can just eliminate x. Then copy the constant. Minus 2 equals 0. So you can write 0x, but since 0 times x, that is 0, so we can just eliminate x. So 2x squared minus 2 equals 0. Alright, so that's our answer for this one. For number 5, 2x squared minus 2. So 2x squared minus 2. So 2x squared minus 2. This will be our answer, class. 2x squared minus 2. Alright, so you try to answer class number 6 and you put your answer in the comment section down below. Let me check if you really understand our topic for this morning. Alright, so once again, I hope you learned something new today. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. You try to answer number 6. And you put your answer in the comment section down below. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.